Alright guys, as you may have guessed from the intro there, on deck today is the VEPR 12, a much awaited shotgun to the US market. We're going to go ahead and reload the magazine here and get into the review a little bit more. One of the big advantages of the VEPR shotgun is the gas system. We'll get more into it in detail here during the tabletop review later on, but what I'm going to do to test it out is we're going to take the 5-round magazine, we'll load it up with a couple different rounds. First up will be the number 4 buck from Remington. Next up will be the Federal number 1 buck flight control load. And we'll put two Spear Lawman number 8 shot, just practice loads in there next. And then finally the Winchester Universal cheap Walmart stuff that does tend to cause a lot of problems in shotguns. We'll load it up here in the VEPR, take a few shots, and see how that gas system works. When we load that magazine up, we're going to go ahead and see how this gas system works in reality. One thing that I've noticed on occasion with the factory mag is the bolt hold open feature doesn't always engage. I'll take it apart when I get home and get into it a little bit more and see if I can figure out what's going on, and I'll tell you about it later on in the review. But other than that, this gun is performing real well. And as you saw there, by the reliability with all the different loads, the gas system's doing its job so far. We're going to go ahead and take a few shots here from 100 meters, see if we can make that steel ring. Well, there you go guys, it's a shot on steel, rifled slug at 100 meters. We'll zoom in there for you. Obviously it's not what the shotgun's designed for, but that's where we were shooting there, that little one on the left. So it'll definitely reach out at some distance if you want it to. Could double as a deer gun. We're going to try to knock out the tabletop real quick like we always do. We're going to show you how to disassemble the gun. Press the mag release, pull it out. Ensure the chamber's clear. It is. Push the button at the rear of the shotgun. Have the top cover hinge open. And we're going to remove the spring just like you would on any other AK. And pull out the bolt carrier group. And that's your field strip rifle, or gun if you will. I'm going to try to zoom in here so let you guys see some of the factory markings that are on the gun. I'm not sure how well they come across on camera here, but the finish on this gun is excellent. Probably more on that later, but the markings are very nice, well etched, clean looking. As you can see here on the bolt carrier, all the numbers are matching, so you got 676 here. You remove the bolt, and there you go, all matching numbers on there. As you can see there, while we have the bolt out, it is a rotating bolt design, and it also has a spring tensioned firing pin, just like you'd see on a SLR 106, for instance, to help prevent any sort of slam fires or hard primer strikes causing a round to go off. But other than that, the only real big thing you'll notice here on the gas piston is at the end here you got a little notch put in there, and that's part of the self-regulating gas system, the Molot factory system. So far that system has lived up to all the hype. I mean, I've been running all different types of rounds through it, through light practice loads to slugs to heavy buckshot of different sizes, and it hasn't skipped a beat. We only have 250 rounds through it at this point, but it has had 0 malfunctions of any kind, so nothing to complain about there. Reassembly is just like you see it there, and that's pretty much it. Close the gun up, put the magazine in, and that's your reassembled rifle. Alrighty guys, so we'll try to talk about some of the main things you want to cover with the gun here. The overall weight is 8 pounds. There's a ton of factory Molot equipment on here. The hand guards are factory, the pistol grips factory, obviously the stock's not. It's one of the things I don't like about it. It's coming in most places from most retailers with a wood stock. This here is the Tapco one that was put on there by the dealer I bought it from. That will be replaced shortly for sure. I don't like it very much at all. You can see there it's got 2 sling mounts, excuse me. Obviously the Picatinny rail for adding any sort of red dot. The RPK wind adjustable rear sight. Like I said before, the chrome line barrel bore, gas chamber. And just, I'm not sure how well it comes across here on camera, but the fit and finish of this rifle is just, it's awesome. It's on par with the nicest AKs I've ever seen. I have a Krebs Custom 103K that a lot of you guys saw. The fit and finish of this rifle is on par with that. I mean, in my opinion, that's the highest praise I could pretty much give it. Just excellent. Feels solid in the hand. When you're shooting it, it balances well. It weighs, like I said, just over 8 pounds, but it's not front heavy like you think it might be with that 19-inch barrel. It's not at all. It also has the, well, I just touched it with my hand, the factory Molot safety that, oops, it's a little bit tight. I filed it down a little bit, and I plan on filing it down a little bit more, but it does help when you're coming up on target. It's a lot quicker than the standard AK safety. Something I definitely like about it. Going forward, you guys will probably see a few more videos where I put a flash hider on there. These are compatible with Sega 12 flash hiders, by the way. Do a couple reviews there. I'll also be putting a red dot on there, probably an aim point micro likely, and maybe mounting a light up front as well. But once I get those SGM tactical mags in there, I will let you know whether or not the bolt hold open issue is really an issue. It really seems to only happen about 1 out of every 4, 1 out of every 5 mags, but it does happen. There really doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it, whether or not it's heavy loads, light loads, whatever. It just seems to happen randomly. But you know, just standing here, if I was just to rack it, it holds open every time. But when firing, it's probably, like I said, 20% of the time, 25% of the time, it doesn't lock open. So that's really the only complaint I have so far. And I figured, hey, my 870 and 590s don't have both hold opens, so it's not really something I complain about at this point. But hopefully the magazines correct it. For right now, guys, that's about all I got. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you in the next video. All right, thanks.